Hello everyone, this is Instructor AK from EK Technology. Thank you very much for watching this video. Today we'll be covering Cisco Certified Network Associate 200 and 301 certification paper, and we'll be covering today static IP, how we can assign and configure static internet protocol address. Well, a static internet protocol, which is the IP address of it, is a permanent number assigned to a computer by a service provider, ISP, which is Internet Service Provider. So this means that a computer with a assigned static IP address use the same IP address when connecting to the internet, which is mean that as you can see in my Cisco packet tracer, all the IP address over here, I have right now 10.0.0/8, 20, 30, 40, 50. So I have altogether 5 IP address, and as you can see in my lab, there are 5 IP address belongs to in this topology, and this topology we call that we're going to be configure as static configuration. Okay, so that's our chapter today, and as you can see, we have here one office Ohio, another office in Albany, another office in Puerto Rico, right? So now I'm gonna go explain one more thing, that over here as you can see I have router 1, router 2, router 3, and I mean, as well obviously you can see that there are 5 the internet the IP, the protocol, the IP address. Of course, like I have one 10.0.0.1 as a gateway. Last video I have teaches you guys what is about the gateway gates and so on, how we can reach from one gateway to another gateway, and without the gateway address there is no such as communication. You have to have a gateway address to be able to proceed your work. Okay, so I have this host 10.0.0.2 assume, and I have also 20, I have 30, and I have 30 and 20 gateway, and I have on the top of it I have my own router IP address, which is 40 and then 50. Okay, so 40.2 is for this gateway, 40.1 it's for this gateway, and this one for 50.1, and this gateway for 50.2. Okay, so I hope you understand. This is a Cisco packet tracer lab. I'm gonna be showing you guys and explain you briefly about how to configure and assign the static IP. So static IP, what it is. Static IP is like that you don't have to go from any such as dynamic protocol, means like REAP, OSPF, EIGRP. Those are called protocol. But static, you assign your IP address to be able to communicate with a computer and also the router, such as could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It could be more router there, but you are statically, which is manually, you are assign the IP address to be able to communicate with each other router. Okay, that's called static. Okay, first of all, the IP address with the router to host with everything. Okay, so let us go right now to assign the IP address. I have explained to you the last sessions about the consoles, also the physical device view. When you switch on, then you get your WIC2T, the serial interface, and I explained to you that once you install the serial interface over here, it means you have another hop, another router. Okay, another router. It means you have to have another serial interface. But if you have only one router, you don't have to use this. Okay, thank you. So let's go to the CLI mode, and I have explained to you guys also about the yes and no last video. Please go and check the last video, then you'll be able to know about yes and no. So let us go starting assigning our lab. Okay, so I'm gonna press no, enter, enter again. I'm gonna press enable, which is short en. So last video I've explained to you that router, the less than sign and enable and so on. So now what happened, that as you can see over here, that the router less than enable, which is you are now in this mode, the enable mode. Now you went to right away privilege mode, right? So from execution to privilege mode, now you want to type in there which is config t. Okay, that's the code to go global configuration terminal. Okay, so now you have to assign the IP address. So over here, my router 1, I have the 40.0.0.1. So I'm gonna go to, first of all, the interface. So this is my interface, serial 0/0/0 0/0/0. So I have to assign, first of all, my interface 0s serial interface 0/0/0/0. Hit enter. Now it takes me to config if mode. Now I'm gonna put my IP address. As you can see over here, my IP address 40.0.0.1. So 40.0.0.1. My subnet mask, which is 255.0.0.0, and I'm gonna press hit enter. So I have an IP address 40.0.0.1 to 550.0.0.0 subnet masks. As you can see over here, I have a the clock rate, DCN clock rate, which is over here. When you hold it down here, you can see DCE, the serial DCE clock rate. So you have to have the clock rate, the coding as well. So clock rate. As you know, I want to put my clock rate 64,000. Okay. Hit enter. Now I'm going to do no shut. Okay. So now as you can see that my interface serial 0/0 change state to down, which is from all the way from here to there. Okay. It's gonna give you guys sign, which is the green light, but it'll take a little time to give it a sign for green light. So now I'm gonna go to assign the IP address for my host computer, which is 10.0.0.1. Give the gateway to the main part of the desktop assigned. So I'm gonna go now interface first Ethernet. As you can see, I have a first Ethernet 0/1, which is my first Ethernet cable 0/1, and I'm gonna hit enter. Right, it will take me right away to my next mode. I'm gonna put my IP address here, which is IP address. My IP address is 10.0.0.0. Sorry, 10.0.0.1. My subnet mask 255.0.0.0. So I have assigned IP address 10.0.0.1 and 255.0.0.0 my subnet mask, and I'm gonna type command no shut. Okay, so my line changes state up. So as you can see now, from red to turn into the green, that this router to the computer on the IP address assigned has successfully. Okay, now if you want to save all these coding and everything, so you can just only type here right, you have to go back which is the execution mode. Control Z, and then you type here WRITE, write memory, MEMORY, which when you press enter, guys, you can see that building configuration. It means that you have saved your all the IP address that you've been assigned for this router 1 and also the PC 1. Okay, so please make sure note all of these command and everything, so you will able to be understand, and also you'll be able to practice in your home. Okay, so I'm gonna cross this one. Now I'm gonna go to router 2. I'm gonna assign router 2 IP address. No. Now same thing, same formula, enable en. Now config t. Now I'm gonna assign the IP address. Also IP address. So I have to first of all assign my the router, the gateway, which is the serial interface. On the corner you can see it, which is 40.0.0.2. So I'm gonna assign interface serial 0/0/0, and I'm gonna hit enter. Before I hit enter, so that's how it is, interface. Okay, I hit enter, and then I'm gonna assign my IP address, which is 40.0.0.2, and my subnet mask is 255.0.0.0. Why I'm typing the subnet mask 255.0.0.0? Because as you can see, 40, 10, 20, also 30 and 50, these are all belongs to the class range, which is the A. Okay, and obviously last video I have shown you guys that what is class A, class B, class C ranges and all. Okay, so I'm gonna hit enter, and I have to check, make sure that if I have a clock rate. No, I don't have it. So I'm gonna type here no shut, hit enter, because I have a clock rate here. As soon as you have a clock rate, and that's how you have to enter your clock rate, the range. Okay, I'm gonna teach you next sessions about the clock rate and all. Okay, so this one is state up. Okay, now you can see my both side interface. It means that signs green, which is that my both side is state up, which is the good, and they're good to go. Configure the next level. Okay, so now I'm gonna hit enter. Now I have to configure my first Ethernet, which is first Ethernet 0/1. So I'm gonna type interface FA0/1, hit enter. Then IP address, I'm gonna assign my IP address, which is 20.0.0.1, and subnet mask 255.0.0.0. I'm gonna hit enter again, and I have to press no shut. I'm gonna type the no shut and hit enter, and as you can see, my red to turning to the red to the green. Okay, and I have to do the same thing, Control Z, which is zebra, to go back to my mode, and then I'm gonna type WRITE, write memory. Okay, so once you type write memory, you hit enter. I'm sorry, I made a wrong spell. So WRITE, write, then memory, MEMORY. Okay, that's gonna work. So it building the configuration, they like this router saved my all the information that I've assigned over here. I'm gonna cross it. I'm gonna go to my, we have configured this serial interface to this one, but I haven't configured this part, which is serial 0/0/0/1. Okay, so I'm gonna configure this one, which is config t. Okay, and I'm gonna assign over here, which is my IP address. Okay, so interface serial 0/0/01, hit enter, and now my IP address. My IP address, which is 50.0.0.1, okay, so my IP address 50.0.0.1, subnet mask 255.0.0.0. I'm gonna hit enter. I think I made a mistake somewhere around, so you have to be very careful when you type, okay. As you can see, I haven't put any dot over here. There's a reason it's not assign me my the IP address. Now it take me, okay. So now I have to check if I have a clock rate DCE. As you can see, guys, I have a clock rate over here, which is DCE, serial DCE. So I'm gonna type my clock rate, which is 64,000 here, and I'm gonna hit enter. Once I'm gonna hit enter, it will take me my another the mode, the config if. Now I'm gonna type no short the coding, and once I type enter over here, right away it just take me over there, okay, which is the config if lab. Over here I have also assigned my IP address, which is the serial 0/0/1, and also I went to state down, and I'm gonna go to Control Z to save my all the IP address. So I'm gonna write and I'm gonna type memory, and then I'm gonna hit enter. Now my building configuration saved everything for me, okay. So this part is done. Now I'm gonna go this part. So I'm gonna go CLI mode again, same thing, no, and then I'm gonna go to enable, and I'm gonna code in there config T. Now I'm gonna assign my IP address over here. As you can see, router 3, I have my interface, which is serial 0/0/1, and I have over here my another IP address, which is 50.0.0.2. How does it come? Because it comes from one IP address, 50.0.0.0. So from this one, it breaks up to 1, 2, it goes all the way to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way to 255. Remember I showed you like the earlier one, the classes, the range of 0 to 255. So that's how it works, okay. So I'm gonna go now assign my interface serial 0/0/1. So 0/0/1. Now I'm gonna hit enter. Now I'm gonna go type IP address, and my IP address, which is 50.0.0.2 space 255.0.0.0, my subnet mask. Hit enter. Now I have to check if I have any DCE clock rate. No, I don't have it. So router 3, I'm gonna type right away no short the command, and state changed, and right away up. So right now you can see it's changed to state up. So now I have to log over here. As you can see, I've confirmed that my both side has signed green sign, which is mean that both side the IP address, everything is correct, okay. Now I have to go again to assign my IP address for first Ethernet interface to first Ethernet, which is as you can see, first Ethernet 0/1. So 0/1 first Ethernet 0/1. Hit enter, and my IP address, which is 30.0.1, the gateway. So 30.0.0.1. My subnet mask 255.0.0.0, and I'm gonna hit enter, and right away I'm gonna type no short as in code. Hit enter. Guys, you can see that I'm probably gonna change the sign, which is green, the red to green, right, which is the correct assign. Now I'm gonna save, Control Z. I'm gonna save all the IP address and everything to my router cam table, WRITE memory, okay, memory, okay. I'm gonna hit enter. As you can see, the building configuration okay, and everything is perfect. So dear viewers, now you can see I have just assigned my IP address, my router, and everything is, you can see that everything is stayed up and everything is correct, which is green sign. Now I'm gonna assign the IP address, which is my desktop, PC 1, 2, and 3. So I'm gonna go my desktop and IP configuration, and I'm gonna type IP address, which is 10.0.0.2. This is my IP address, and once you hit into the subnet mask, it will automatically assign for you. And my default gateway, guys, I have showed you guys what is the default gateway, and what do you mean by default gateway 2, 0.1. That's my default gateway. I have assigned perfectly. I'm going to go to my configuration, this one, which is PC2 right now, which is 20.0.0. The IP address 2, which is my 20.0.0.2. And once I click into the subnet mask, it will assign me automatically. And now I came to the my another box, which is default gateway, and my default gateway, which is 20.0.0.1, 20.0.0.1. And I am fully and perfectly assigned this IP address as well. Now I'm going to go to PC3 IP configuration. It must be 30.0.0.1, and I'm going to hit enter over here. I'm sorry, 30.0.0.1, and I'm going to hit over here. No, it's not taking me at all. Why is it? I don't know. Because my IP address 30.2, but I'm just by mistakenly I'm putting my default gateway. That's the reason it's not taking me at all. So I'm gonna go type 30.0.0.2. That's my host IP. Assign the subnet mask 30.0.0.1. Thank you very much. So that's perfect. So now I have successfully assigned all the IP address to my host PC. Okay, perfect. Everything is good. So now the game going to be start very soon, which is how I can transfer the data from here to there, from this computer to this computer. Now, if we can have a test, let's see if we can ping from 10.0.0.2 to 30.0.0.2. So let's have a test. So once we go to the command prompt, ping 30.0.0.2. If we hit enter, guys, as you can see, the ping prompt telling us that replay destination host unreachable, which is mean that you cannot reach from 10 to 20. You cannot share nothing, because still we haven't configured the static configuration, as I mentioned to you earlier on, static configuration. So today's topic about static configuration. I haven't configured my static configuration at all. I just assigned my IP address and also assigned my desktop. So that's the reason it cannot be ping at all. Okay, so now I'm going to be assigned configuration all the host and the router IP address and everything. Okay, so only I have to do from router to router. I cannot do nothing from the host computer. Now guys, I'm gonna go to router 1. As soon as I hit router 1, I type hit enter router less than sign, which is, I have mentioned to you what do you mean with the less sign, and I have also explained you the configuration mode, enable mode, and everything. So now I'm gonna go type enable. Once I type enable, and I'm gonna type again configuration terminal. Okay, so right now this router, only this router have the information about 40.0.0.1 and 10.0.0.1, but this router don't have any idea or any kind of IP address which is 40, 20, and 50. Okay, so now to prove it, so I'm gonna go back to Control Z, and I'm gonna go show run to see, to view, guys, you can understand. As you can see over here, the first Ethernet 10.0.0.1 default the gateway, and I have serial interface 40.1. Only these two is assigned here, but I did not assign these two, so I have to get these two IP address assigned here statically, which is manually. Okay, that's the call static configuration. Okay, so now I'm gonna hit enter, and I'm gonna go type here config t. Now I'm gonna go all the way, type here the code for it. First of all, IP root. Now I'm gonna go and get 40.0.0.2, right? So how? Because this is my next hop, which is this is my next interface. Okay, so I want to bring 20, 50 and 30 in this routing table, right? So if I want to go here, right, I have to go via 40.0.0.2. So this is my next hop, so I have to assign my next hop at the end, right? Not now. So now I'm going to type here, which is IP root 50.0.0.0. So as you can see, I have typed my code IP root 50.0.0.0 and my subnet mask 255.0.0.0. So now I have mentioned to you earlier one that what is my next hop, which is 40.0.0.2. So my next hop will be 40.0.0.0.2. Now I'm gonna hit enter. Okay, so it take me this IP address, it take me my routing one table. Okay, now I'm gonna put another IP address, which is 20. Okay, hit enter, because you have to mention as it is same 40.0.0.2. because why? You have to go via 40.0.0.2. without these you cannot reach anyone, so you have to assign this next hop IP address to be able to reach everyone. Okay, so next IP address, which is 30. So I'm going to just edit it here, 30, hit enter. Okay, so I have assigned 50, 20 and 30. So come on, let's have a check. So I have assigned 50, 20 and 30. Okay, that's perfect. And I have also set up my 10 and 40, which is two more, which is 5 IP address, as I have mentioned to you a while ago. This is my 5 IP address. Okay, so this one configuration is perfect. Router the table 1. I'm going to go to the next one. So I'm going to go enable config t configuration. Now the same code, which is IP root, and now I have to check that I want to get in this routing table 40, 10 and also 30. Okay, so this IP address I want to bring it into over here. So IP root, which is, I have to type here 40.0.0.0, subnet mask 255.0.0.0, and my next hop. So from the via that I want to reach 40.0.0.1, which is 40.0.0.2 again. Okay, so I have put my code over here, IP root 10.0.0.0 and subnet mask 255.0.0.0.0, and from the via, the next hop, which is 40.0.0.1 to reach in 10 network. Okay, which is the 10 IP, and I'm gonna hit enter. Okay, and I'm gonna get another IP address, which is 30. Okay, and I want to check first of all that from the via. So from which via I'm gonna go? From 50.0.0.2. So dear viewers, you can see it, 50.0.0.2 from router 3. From this interface I have to go via reach in 30. Okay, so I'm gonna type here, I'm gonna erase it, and I'm gonna type here properly, which is IP root. I'm going to cancel all of it. Okay, I'm going to type IP root 30.0.0.0. My subnet mask 255.0.0.0, and the Y, as I mentioned to you earlier on, 50.0.0.1. Okay, so hit enter. So it's saying invalid next hop address. So I have to find out why it's saying invalid. Because why? Because it should be 50.0.0.2. That's the reason it's invalid. I did not put 50.0.0.2. So I'm going to type here 50.0.0.2, and now I'm going to hit enter. Okay, now this code is taking me right away to my next mode. Okay, so you have to be very careful when you type and everything. Okay, as you can see, each mistake will teach you the lesson that what you have to be aware of. Okay, so so I have these two IP address 10 and 30, right, with this hop, because I have got 40 already and I've got 50 already assigned in my table, but I was short with 10 and 30 IP address, which is 30 and 10. So I have assigned this one. So let's go back to the next router 3. So enable config T, and my same code IP root. Okay, so now I have to assign IP root, because in this routing table only has IP assigned 50. Okay, 50 and also 30, but it don't have 40, 20 and 10. So I have to assign these 3. Okay, so I have to go back IP root and I have to type 10.0.0.0 space subnet mask 255.0.0.0, and as I mentioned to you about next hop, so who is my next hop, which is 50.0.0.1, which is this one. Okay, 50.0.0.1. hit enter. And another IP root, so I'm going to type here 40. I don't have in this routing table 40, but the same hop, which is 50. Okay, .0.1. enter. And another route I have to assign, which is 20. Okay, and I'm going to hit enter. Okay, so guys, I'm successfully assigned my 50.0.0.2 the static configuration. Okay, so I'm gonna cancel it. So now guys, as you can see, I have assigned my all the IP address first of all, and then I have configured my static the configurations with each the router to be able to communicate with each of them. Okay, so now if I go to my router 1, if I type show run, okay, as you can see, I have assigned 10, 40, right? In my this routing one, the router, the first router, I have assigned 50, 20, and 30. Okay, which is classless. Okay, which is saying IP classless, but it's not. It's normal IP address I have assigned. Okay. All right. If we go this routing table, Control Z, show run the command, and let us check. Should be 2 IP address we assign, which is this one, 10 and 30. It's perfect. And let's go back to the number 3rd router, show run, hit enter. Should be 3 IP address we assigned. Yes guys, so dear viewers, and as you can see, we have successfully run configuration, the static chapter, as we completed the whole of it. Okay, and we successfully generate the IP address and everything. Now we want to try ping from 10 .0.0.2 to all the way 30.0.0.2. Let's see if we can reach into 30.0.0.2. Okay, so we're gonna go to command prompt, ping 30.0.0.2, hit enter. Okay, guys, as you can see, it's successful now. We can ping our data from PC1 to PC3. Okay, okay, it's successful. Okay, all right, so now you're gonna test it from 30.0.0.2 to all the way 10.0.0.2. so ping, I want to ping to 10.0.0.0.2 and I want to hit enter. Let's see if it's taking us. Yes, guys, we're successful as well. Test this command prompt. Okay, so overall we can share our data from PC1 to PC3, PC2 to PC1, and if you want to extend it more router, more PC, you can do it here statically if you want to enter the IP address by your own. Okay, so that's how it happens. As you can see, successful. The ICMP, I want to try from 20 to 10, successful, and 30 to 10, successful. So dear viewers, thank you very much for watching this video, and we really appreciate it. And please do feel free to contact me, email me, any such as if you stuck any kind of places, and I'll be able to help you out. Okay, thank you very much, and enjoy the next sessions, and we'll see you very soon. Okay.